All right, today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to give away our entire Mexico City itinerary. So this is going to be 7 days, all the best things to do in Mexico City. So let's get right into it. Actually, this would be more like 5 full days and 7 days, but there are going to be 2 days for travel in there as well. And this itinerary is going to be for the extreme well-traveled people, the people who want to really immerse themselves in the cultural spirit and traditions of Mexico City. So definitely going to be intense, not a relaxing vacation at all, but it is going to be awesome. So definitely stay tuned. All right, so we booked our tickets for around November time frame so we can experience the awesome traditions of the Dia de los Muertos festivals and all that kind of stuff. So I will say airline tickets were a little bit expensive, probably around like $600. But if you go outside of this season, they will be a little bit cheaper. So probably around $400 if you're leaving from the East Coast, like Washington or DC or something. So we arrive late at night on Tuesday. So we take a night flight to get there to Mexico City. So we arrived late at night, and pretty much all we had time for was to check into our hotel and get some tacos, because you got to start the day or the journey with some tacos, of course. So we ended up booking a 4-star hotel in the Doctores area, which is kind of in the downtown region, for about $25 a night, really cheap. Area is not the best, but it gets the job done, and the hotel was actually pretty nice. So I would kind of recommend that if you're looking for cheaper budget accommodations. Anyway, our first day started off exploring Centro Histórico, or the historic district. This is where you can find tons of landmarks and iconic sites like El Zocalo, the Metropolitan Cathedral. There's a palace, there's tons of museums, so everything is pretty much in walking distance. And we started today pretty early, around 10 a.m. And we went to Templo Mayor first, which is the ancient ruins under the city. So yeah, there was tons of exploring to do this day, and we ended the night with an awesome night out at Lucha Libre night, which was a tour that we actually signed up for. We have a whole video on that, so you can check out even more details, but that was amazing. First day was pretty intense. Woke up early, went to bed pretty late, but we definitely got to see a lot of the sights of Mexico City and enjoyed a little bit of nightlife as well. So definitely a cool vibe. And now we had to sleep in for the next day, day 2. All right, so our second day we signed up for another tour, which takes us more to the outskirts of Mexico City. Mexico City is actually freaking massive, so there's so much to explore, and the best way to get around is definitely to have a guide just kind of driving you around to all the sites. So we got to experience the floating gardens of Xochimilco and the town of Coyoacan, which was the old capital of Mexico City in colonial times, so long ago. It was pretty awesome. Xochimilco was a bit touristy, but definitely was a different experience, and the town of Coyoacan is pretty amazing. I wish we kind of spent more time there. So if I were to redo all of it, I would probably just get to Coyoacan ourselves and explore that region a little bit more. The tour ended around probably 6 p.m. or something, so we took it pretty easy for this night, because the next morning is going to be super intense. Probably one of the best experiences to have while you are in Mexico. But of course it starts super early. So it's a sunrise hot air balloon ride over Teotihuacan, the ancient pyramids in Mexico, which is about an hour away from the city. But the tour started pickup around 4:30 a.m. So pretty brutal, but definitely worth it, especially since speaking from hot air balloon ride experiences, not as expensive or crowded as other places I've been. Looking at you, New Mexico, and the Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta, but that's a story for another time. Anyway, this entire experience also included a tour of the pyramids, which lasted around 3 hours, which was awesome. We learned so much about the temples and prehistoric civilizations that used to live in Mexico even before the Aztecs. So definitely a really cool experience. It was about an hour away from Mexico City. So by the time we got back, it was around probably 3 or 4 p.m. We ended up doing a few other sites, like heading to the top of Torre Latino America, which is the tallest building in Latin America, for an awesome sunset and great views of Mexico City downtown area. I will say at this point we were pretty exhausted, but since it was Halloween in Mexico City, we decided to check out what was going on and some of the festivities going around downtown. So we headed straight for El Zocalo, which was at this point now being decorated with all the Dia de los Muertos festivals, giant skeletons, and a massive ofrenda right in the center. Definitely tons of crowds and a lot of people, but a lot more manageable than actual Dia de los Muertos. So highly recommend checking this out. Everyone's like dressed up in costumes and selling snacks and having a good time. So definitely a cool vibe if you want to get into the spirit of Dia de los Muertos a little bit early. All right, so our next day we actually decided to change hotels and treat ourselves to something a little bit nicer. So we selected something in the Roma Norte and Condesa area, which I highly recommend. This place is freaking amazing. It's kind of a little bit hipster, but it felt totally cool. Tons of restaurants and bars around, and Airbnb was super nice, not gonna lie. We paid about $150 a night, so a little bit more expensive, but for the area you're in, you can just hit up bars and walk around late at night, and yeah, everything's super cool. Anyway, this is more towards the western side of the city, so we decided to visit Chapultepec Forest and the castle, which honestly we could have spent probably 4 hours there just exploring, because the area is freaking massive. Like, there's so much to see and do. The castle's huge. And then we walked along La Reforma, which I think is just like a super long avenue, and it ends with El Ángel de la Independencia, which is just another symbol, a victory symbol with an angel on top. Pretty cool. By this time it was the weekend, so this was Friday night, and we actually signed up for another bar crawl and met some really cool people. Went out drinking, had a good time. Yeah, Mexico City for nightlife is definitely an awesome time. So another place you got to visit if you're totally into nightlife vibes. All right, now we arrived at our final full day in Mexico City, which also happened to be the last day of Dia de los Muertos, November 2nd. That is when they plan the massive Dia de los Muertos parade, a Day of the Dead parade, which is awesome. The entire city gets so crowded and super loud. There's music and decorations everywhere. Super awesome experience. But we decided to start the morning with some more sightseeing. We checked out the Museum of Anthropology, which was super awesome. You could probably spend 3 hours there just looking at awesome stuff. But after that, we headed to the parade around 1 p.m. to get like a good spot around the parade route, which is pretty hard since it was so crowded, but managed to actually get a pretty good viewing spot towards the beginning of the parade. And we watched the entire thing, probably around 2 hours or so. Tons of floats and decorations, all the giant headed skulls and marching bands. Super cool. Definitely reminded me of when we went to the St. Patrick's Day parade in Ireland. That was pretty awesome. Anyway, this was also after this we went and got some tacos like usual. My favorite tacos to eat in the entire city, tacos al pastor. To be honest, Mexico City is definitely known for its street food, but tacos are number one thing, man. Like, wherever you see some, just stop and get it, because they're always really good, super cheap, probably less than an hour or $1. Anyway, after that, ended up going to El Monumento de la Revolución, which you can go all the way to the top and get some pretty awesome views for. And all the attractions in Mexico City are pretty cheap, so highly recommend going to do this. Anyway, ended up having a pretty chill night after this, since the flight back home was super early in the morning, so decided to call it there. But that is our entire 7-day Mexico City itinerary. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to see more content like this, if you want to share more of our experiences and our our travels with you. And stay tuned for more adventures through Mexico City, because it's an awesome city. So we'll see you guys later. Peace out.